Let's talk about it. So, I, among many men, probably have been in situations where, somebody chose me because I was a safe choice. They didn't really want me, but the person that wanted them or that they wanted wasn't available. So they chose me as the safe choice. And once I was no longer the safe choice or that option was available, they cut bait. They ended what was there and moved on, usually to that situation that they really wanted. Regardless, though, that ain't always work. They might say, "Oh man, they want to come back or whatever after that situation go toxic or whatever." A lot of times, women be wanting like the athlete, the drug dealer, the person that has a lot of options, and they really ain't the number one option. But they get their turn, and then that's how these a lot of these women that we view as attractive physically be about. I've seen a lot of guys with women who have children already, and you're like, man, if she didn't have no children, would she have chosen him? And then you notice even that they never even have children with that guy. They got children with someone else, but they never have children with that guy because he ain't that. He the solid one that'll pay the bills. He the one that probably would be a great husband, but that ain't the one that they really excited about. They kind of settle for him. I'm happy to be in a marriage now that I'm not the one that's being settled for. I'm not set. She didn't. I don't believe she settled for me because we dated in high school. I was actually her first love, so I'm someone that she genuinely wanted. But I've been in so many relationships where people did not want me, but I was like the consolation prize or whatever. I've been in this marriage for 23 years, so that's been a long time ago. So it ain't nothing that I have to, I guess, let hurt my heart or whatever. But I watch and look at a lot of situations of other people, and I'll be like, wow. Because I've seen women that, I've been friends with, and I'm like, I see their different relationships and stuff like that, and how, they go through situations where the guys have hurt them, and then they get with the safe bet. But you can look at them and you can tell they're not really happy. The excitement that they wanted is not there. They with that person because, that's the safe bet. They got a solid job, they can pay the bills, but most of the relationships they had before, they weren't getting taken care of. Not far as financially, not far as security. They might have been getting taken care of sexually, but that's about it. Now, a lot of times you can tell that they're not satisfied sexually. They're not even really attracted to their spouse like that. And the relationship may have even limited interactions like that on the sexual tip. Wouldn't even surprise me if she's cheating. And I'm like, man, I get to see a lot of this stuff from the outside because I'm just paying attention, just observing, knowing the signs. And then all these different podcasts deal with stuff like that. And it's sad that a lot of men are not the first option. And they try to make it like men are so bad, but I'm like, I know more men that are solid men that don't have anybody, don't have any children. But usually the men that's the fine one or the one that he got that bag. The one that got that bag can be ugly than a mug, but they done had so many different chicks. You better ring the alarm. Let's stop that. It'd be like, wow. A lot of the guys that I know that have multiple children, a lot of them say different girls. It's like, man, their children are not with the same woman. They with some of the some of the same. Like, okay, I know multiple dudes that share baby mamas. So it's like, the so-called attractive women go after the same type of dudes. The safe bet dude though, he be on the sideline. They want to do, say all dudes are like this, but the safe bet dude, the dude who's solid, only reason why they want to get with him is to secure his bag or to have some security or safety or whatever, but they don't really want him. This one that has been working a job for a while, maybe own his own business, but he's not a nightlife type of person. He's chill. He's reserved. Maybe even a man of faith. He's a safe bet. But he wasn't the first choice. Man, it's just interesting how this be. And people always you know, they look at the aesthetics and even look at I guess how the world put things, but I'm like, wow, most men, dominating men, are able to do what they want to, how they want to, and women be for it or they could have a problem with it, but they go along with it. But the men that are with somebody and the woman is the one that's the jewel of the relationship or the one that people focus on, she usually running that thing because he compromised himself because he wanted to get that baddie or whatever. He had to give up a lot to get that baddie. His choice, sometime even his character is challenged, his esteem, his ego, and it's sad. This world is not a balanced world. A man can't really be a man when he got a dominating woman. And a lot of these dominating women are winning out here or seem to be winning when it comes to the relationship thing because they the one running the thing. And me, myself, that's one thing that I hated about my family because I seen a lot of dominating women and I'm like, nah, I don't want that no more. I can't deal with that. Can't deal with a woman that will cut you or disrespect you or try to run you or bad name you or just do certain things just to call herself humbling you because she had to have control. She rather manipulate your feelings and stuff like that and break you down than build you up. But just a little talk here. Shalom.